Good afternoon everybody, episode number 5 today of Fat Loss Fridays, and I thought I'd go a little bit different to what we've been doing previously. I was looking back over some of the videos and I realised that by accident really a lot of my fat loss recipes were sort of very low carbohydrate and moderate kind of fats and proteins. And what I wanted to do today was show you one that's kind of slightly different in terms of quite low fat, but it means we can enjoy our carbs because they're kind of essential to this dish. So we're going to make what I like to call my overstuffed chicken fajita. I'm only going to have one wrap, one chicken breast, about 150 grams. It's already in the pan now, sizzling away. I've cut it into strips, and then obviously all we're going to add to it is I've got a whole pepper here, one whole onion, got some garlic cloves. We've already lined the pan with our olive oil, and then the kind of finishing touches, guys. Seasoning wise, we've got the Schwartz chicken seasoning. Use this on a lot of my cooking. Got our everyday seasoning, which you'll already have seen in some of the other videos. I really love, really covers a lot of the bases. And then it's actually, originally it was like a pulled pork barbecue marinade, but I have to say this stuff, it's a dry seasoning, it's really, really good. I used it the other day on some fajitas and it really does give a nice tang. So, and then just for a little bit of extra protein at the end, guys, we've got some light cottage cheese, and it just kind of keeps everything nice and creamy. So as I said, the chicken is browning away nicely. Once we turn that over and brown it at both sides, we're going to start to add the other ingredients. Right, so if we have a little look over here now, guys, we've got, if anything, a little bit too brown. Brown the chicken off nicely. Going to obviously bring the heat down so I don't wreck my pan. Okay, and then we're going to add in our onions, and we're going to brown them off first, then we're going to add the peppers in. Okay, so no messing about. I haven't bothered, dicing the onions into little cubes because obviously you kind of want that strip look to them. A little spoon here, give that a little stir around. So we're going to brown the onions off, then we're going to add the peppers. Peppers in there, we've got our onion in there, we've got 3 sort of relatively large garlic cloves that we've kind of grated on there. Chicken's all browned up. What I have been doing, guys, sort of intermittently throughout this process, because the heat's obviously quite high to brown everything off and get all those flavours really mixing, is I've been periodically taking the pan off the heat and adding, I don't know, like maybe a tablespoon of kind of warm water to the pan, just to keep some moisture in there without constantly adding more oil. And all that does is it just helps stop everything kind of get too brown and crusty. And then what we're going to do is going to add a final little bit of water now, pop the lid on, take the heat down to kind of medium heat and let it simmer for a good 10 minutes. And then we should be ready to go. So there you have it, everyone. That's it all plated up in all its glory. I'm not wrapping it on camera. No way in hell am I wrapping this on camera because it'd be the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. I've added 30 grams that I weighed out earlier of cottage cheese just to kind of finish the plate off and almost replace sour cream. If you're having it in a restaurant, you'd have sour cream. I prefer cottage cheese. It's got a little bit more to it, but it gives that nice creamy texture to the wrap so it's not too dry. Macros, guys, 460 calories, so a little bit higher than your average fat loss meal, certainly that I've done before. 45 grams of protein, so plenty of protein in there. About 50 grams of carbs and 10 grams of fat. Now obviously if you want to bring this down a little bit, I've made this for me. I know it's a fat loss recipe for you guys, but I've made this so that I can have it today. I had quite a large chicken breast. It was probably 150, 160 grams. If you take it down to 100 grams, you're going to lose calories that way. And you're still going to get around 30 grams of protein in the dish, which is kind of the bog standard amount that you would go for in a typical muscle building or fat loss meals. You want to get 30 grams of protein in there on average. So guys, I'm going to tuck into this now. I don't really want to keep talking much longer, but I want to get into it before it gets cold. As always, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the page, click that thumbs up button, and guys, I really want your suggestions. Yeah, I'm going to run out eventually of ideas. Keep giving me ideas, and I'll do my best to kind of make them for you and make them taste great, because what's the point if this stuff doesn't taste good? So as always guys, this is Paul, Get Yours Training, signing off. Have a great weekend. Thanks.